happen if we started to blur the lines between work and play, night and day, straight and gay, all the while keeping our deeper sense of ethics? You know what's really right and what's wrong, and what's actually okay, because you know that your individual character and body crave certain individual kinds of touching, movement, atmosphere, sights, sounds, and words. And you have a strong knowing when you're in the realm of comfort, ecstasy, and joy, or when you've been disappointed or crossed in bed, in society, and at the workplace. And now I'm not necessarily talking about sexual harassment or even sex. You know what I mean if you've ever felt a lack of or an overabundance of something, anything, in one of your daily environments. We all know that where we most want it, there's too much criticism and not enough encouragement, or too much interference and not enough flow. Thomas More quotes a very gifted writer named Jan Morris, who felt the extremely serious and pressing need for a sex change just to be able to go on with her day-to-day life. She says, rather than go mad or kill myself, or perhaps infect everyone around me with my profoundest melancholy, I would have my body altered. Moore states, she certainly did have her body altered, and her soul was healed. I'm not man or machine, I'm just something in between. I'm all love, a dynamo, so push the button and let me go. You want me to come alive? Just flick the switch into overdrive. You and me can let it be. Ready, aim, fire! Sometimes the only way to appreciate others' lifestyles or eventually feel some solace for ourselves is through our own melancholy and disillusionment and sexual angst. So now you know why you've got so many screws loose. Your long, drawn-out dark nights of no sex, dry sex, half-assed, dark or dangerous sex paint a profound picture of what it's like to be human with a soul, full of passions and imagination, and having the vital need for connections and behaviors that other people may find perverted or peculiar or even prudish. Some of us get creamy panties just from collecting Star Wars figures. You don't have to make love to make love. As Thomas More tells us, sex is just one major invitation for the soul to come out and play. Finally, some time away from what he calls our incessant productivity and the clock. A sort of non-time when we don't have to control our emotions or justify our existence by work and restraint. We must give more attention to our constant need for beauty, humor, and play in all areas of our life, lest we turn into sex-crazed freaks, carrying around a clump of someone's pubic hair and using it to wash the dishes because we ran out of SOS pads. Hey, Jody. Our big plans for our futures take priority over and push away the real love and life that's actually waiting for us. Then we become desperate in our search for a rush. If we continue to live our mortgage-driven, commitment-forcing, cell-phone-crazed, neighbor-ignoring existences, and we don't recognize that that's a hell of a lot more dangerously and unimpressively crazy than the craziness that we're trying to hide, we will easily find that desperate, run-down, trailer park kind of muck coming out of our middle and upper-class mouths and homes. that basic need and greed turned seedy. How simple, yet difficult, to find a way to allow for one another's cold and dark natures, while remaining loyal to the more tender parts in severe need of affection and attention.